Gemini, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are brand new to the channel, I am JT. I appreciate you being here. If you'd like to check out the channel, come in, hit that thumbnail, and check out some of the last readings that I did. Gemini, we're going to do just a regular general reading, so keep in mind that a lot of times these energies, they don't always apply. Don't hate the reader. Just understand that I'm trying to stay with the integrity of the cards and see what, comes out. So I'll shuffle up and we'll get into your reading. I did just do a reading for the collective, and it was basically kind of a general summary about my own personal awakening. If you'd like to check that out, I will leave that video at the end of this one. I just kind of touched the surface on spiritual awakening for myself, kind of some things that happened to me. So if you'd like to, and see if maybe something like this you might be going through. It's kind of what I was trying to touch on. So anyway, I'll shuffle these up and then we'll get into your reading. I will show you these cards up close, so fear not. All right. All right, we're going to take a look now at your personal energy, what's going on, and then your crossing challenge. What I'm seeing right off the bat, for your personal energy, we have the Three of Pentacles, okay? Now, the Three of Pentacles is collaboration, working with somebody, sharing ideas. This could be something like, I really want to be with a person. So you're talking to somebody, talking to friends, maybe a group of people. It could be relationship related, but it's really early in the game, so we're just going to try to see what happens. But however, we're followed with the Eight of Wands, okay? So the sky's open, everything's clear for communication. There's no distractions. There's something coming in that seems to be open. We're going to find out, though, okay? We're going to take a look at what is in the foundation. Your foundation card is the Knight of Wands, okay? So definitely communication with the Eight of Wands as your crossing challenge. Perhaps you've been waiting on somebody to come forward, say something to you, speak to you. This could be you. Your personal energy was the Three of Pentacles. So with the Knight of I said Wands, I'm sorry. Swords, the Knight of Swords. You guys forgive me. I'm pretty good at doing that sometimes. I know what I want to say, and sometimes I guess I get this little dyslexic glitch or something. But yeah, the Knight of Swords is definitely something moving in your way. Something coming forward, a text, a call, some action of some kind that's coming through, okay? All right, I'll put this down here so you can see the cards as I pull them, but... All right, we're going to take a look at your recent past, okay? We always want to look at the recent past. We want to know what kind of things are hindering us, or things that maybe come forward in our energy, and something we can look at. Maybe try to correct or move one direction. But the recent past for Gemini. Yo. Okay. And we've got the 5. Oh, 7 of Swords. I did it again. Yep, 7 of Swords. So there's some kind of an energy here that's like a trust issue. Something going on you don't trust. That, or you're having to sneak around to do something. Somebody's having to sneak around to come to you. 7 of Swords kind of indicative of like a behaviorism. You know, it's like, my camera's doing that again. Hello, let's get clear. Maybe that's what you're asking for, Gemini, is you want some clarity. You need to get clear on something. But yeah, so there's some kind of energy there that's like in the recent past where maybe you felt like you had to hide something, or somebody felt like they had to hide something to come forward to you. I'm not quite picking up on that, to clarify. And I kind of feel like that's part of what this message is about, is clarity, clarifying something. Perhaps there's just something on your mind that you really need to know the answer to, something's really been bugging you. And I feel like maybe you're open to that communication, or maybe you're not. It's two energies, two different ways, because with your, your crossing challenge being this communication, some kind of an action coming to you, some kind of a very, very fast, maybe something was said to you that you're not quite sure about, or you're just having thoughts about someone or some person, and it's, you haven't quite, it just kind of feels like you haven't quite got some kind of an answer yet. All right, but we are going to look now at the possibilities, okay? Possibilities, one door closes, another door opens. So Gemini, what are the possibilities for you? Okay, we have an offering coming in for you. This could be job related, could be relationship related. This could be a younger person making an offering to you. It doesn't have to be, but the Page of Wands does talk about some kind of a youthful, younger. This could be the idea is young, so there's a fresh new idea. Perhaps this, if this relationship related, hang in there. We will find out. We're not, haven't quite figured out what's going on with the story here, but there's definitely in the possibility some kind of an offering that could be coming in for you that's may help with this clarity, but it also may be part of what the situation is. If this is situational ship with a person, the Seven of Swords is looking towards this page. So like I said, it could feel like maybe you feel as though somebody's come towards you that maybe triggered you, or made you some kind of an offering, and it makes you feel as though you're in this, kind of like, I'm going to keep this to myself and not really allow other people to be part of this. That maybe there's a part of you that's holding back, withholding a little bit of information. It's kind of a private scenario. I get that kind of a private feeling. So we'll keep going here and see what's going on. We're going to take a look now at the near future. What does the near future look like for Gemini? Okay. Once again, I see more of this, right? Got the Five of Swords now. It's like you're in a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of feeling, kind of a stage. This near future still, it's kind of like this has been going on for a while. It's like you're caught in a crossfire and nobody wins. There's no matter if you take an action forward, it hurts somebody. If you take a step back, it hurts somebody. So you kind of having this balancing act going on with your energies here that has really got you. To me, I feel like you want the answer. You need clarity, but you're afraid if you move forward, there may be maybe kind of a backfire, a backlash, and you're afraid of that backlash, or the person that's coming forward to you may feel this backlash. The Five of Swords is now looking back at the page. So this could have been recent past that there may have been a backfire situation in a relationship, or somebody come to you and something you had to say something to somebody, or didn't say, or wanted to say and didn't. But I feel like it's definitely communication, because you're surrounded by the swords. You know what I mean? If you take a look down, you've got the Seven of Swords surrounding the page, and then the Five of Swords looking back at the page. Both of them are looking at the page here. This could be a situation where you have a couple of people who have, tried to make offers to you. You could be in a relationship or whatever it is, and feeling that there's this pressure. It's like, I'm stuck in a rock and a hard spot here. I do feel kind of this is a masculine kind of an energy looking back towards. It doesn't have to be. This could be, feminine, but I'm kind of getting with the Knight of Swords. It's all swords, so we're definitely talking about you. We're talking about air, communication, all air signs. So amongst yourself, Libra and Aquarius as well. So it doesn't have to apply, but maybe you have those signs in your timeline right now. So, but we're going to keep going. Okay, we're going to take a look now at the self. Gemini, how are you showing up in this situation? What's your thoughts? What's your stance on stuff? Ooh, okay. Okay, we got another sword. Gemini, most definitely communication, right? You got a King of Swords energy now that's president. Okay, you could be a president, some company, CEO, whatever. But yeah, it's like definitely this. You're in this King of Swords energy. You, meaning that you need to express yourself. You need to perhaps maybe you're an avoidant type person. You don't really speak up very much, but I kind of feel like this is really struggling, a struggling energy for you. The King of Swords has the ability to communicate, has the ability to cut to the marrow. So you could be maybe worried that what you say to somebody might hurt somebody's feelings or something like that. Maybe there's a boundary that got crossed or something. But the King of Swords is definitely the energy to speak up and very grounded, you know. But definitely air signs. I'm getting definite air signs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. All right. We're going to take a look at the environment now. What is the environment around Gemini? Not necessarily relationship related. It could be. I kind of feel like it is tilting towards that, but I feel like it's more about communication with somebody or something, you know? So the environment. What's the environment like around Gemini? We'll get over here. See what we got. Yeah. Once again, we're kind of sitting in this past scenario. It feels like there's just a lot, you know, there's an offering there. We have the Knight of Swords coming in. We have the, you know, as you're crossing challenge, this 8 of Wands. And now you're facing in this 4 of Cups situation, which just kind of feels like a stagnant, feels like you can't get over it. It's constantly churning in your mind, churning in your head. What's going on? You know, if this is a person relationship, it could be thoughts that, you know, I'm constantly thinking about this person or constantly thinking about this situation that took place or this something in the past. I need to get clarity on it because it's just really kind of a slow read. And I feel like that's part of what I'm trying to get at. It's this need to communicate and not being able to. If it's the 5 of Swords, it feels like no matter what you do, this could hurt somebody but you don't want to hurt that person. Or the 7 of Swords feels like you have to sneak around to do this. You know, it's kind of like making that, and I feel like that's part of what the 4 of Cups is representing here. This need to express yourself, because Cups does talk about emotions. You know, you have this need to express, and you just kind of you're withholding, and there's a reason why you're withholding. You know, it's like you know, one part of it is your boundaries challenged, maybe, and the other part maybe that you've never really spoken up for yourself. You know, kind of feel like maybe that might be part of that. Okay, we're going to take a look at your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries for Gemini. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. Oh my goodness. Okay. Interesting. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. King and the Queen are out, and it's sitting in between the cups. This is definitely a relationship now. This could be a very high level soul connection. Maybe that maybe you're realizing this is a soul connection, but yet maybe you're in a relationship. Maybe you understand that there is some kind of a boundary here that could be crossed. I feel like that rock in the hard spot is talking about this. Maybe you met somebody. Maybe you communicated or haven't communicated in a while in accordance with this, but you feel like there is some kind of connection and you're not sure. The Queen is looking away from the cup, so it tells me that there's definitely, this is your energy that you're kind of have turned your back towards the emotional side. Maybe you really do have a hard time expressing your emotions, you know, um, and that's okay. It's okay because, you know, a lot of times it takes us time to learn that the most, I mean, I'm not trying to give you any unsolicited type of advice, but it's like, um, no matter what you do, eventually you'll get across what you need to, because this will continue to go over and over and over again. And in that process, it's learning. It's learning, you know, um, angst and the ability to speak up comes from that having to stew and sit. And so regardless of whether you want to or not, something's about to change for you. And your crossing challenge being that, you have this eight of wands energy here that is the crossing challenge, meaning that communication is open and free. So you could be possibly learning how to express yourself. And this has been a real challenge for you. Um, so bless your beautiful heart. I mean, there's no right or wrong here, is what I'm getting at, okay? All right, so we're going to take a look at your outcome now. We'll look at the outcome and the direction. Beautiful universe, the guides of this particular Gemini or group of Gemini. What kind of information do they have for the outcome here? What kind of information do they need to know? Fear not, Gemini. This is not a terrible card. Okay? So the Tower represents news that's coming in, shocking news. Okay? And perhaps you're a person that's very withheld, quiet to yourself, secluded, isolated. But I feel like you're having a moment, definitely one of those moments where, either this has caused you, this non-communication, if that's what it is, has caused you to like kind of go into yourself and understand that this is temporary. The Tower always is temporary. It has to break down foundations. So you're really learning stuff about yourself. I feel like whoever this is, which really kind of resonates with my topic of what I had yesterday in my video. You need to check that out, because I feel like if this is you, if this resonates with you, go listen to the video. Because I talk about the spiritual community that's out there, that they kind of make, there's this, I hate the word woo woo, but there really are a lot of people who are just trying to clickbait for views. And I'm not that guy. I'm not. And it's obvious, right? My channel's small. But the reason is because I went through this shit myself, and I'm still going through it. I don't think we ever get past this Tower. I mean, I know this is not like one of those beautiful, rose-colored, readings, but the truth is that that's not the tarot. That's not what it's for. If we don't understand the archetypes here, if we don't understand even just the players in the game, which is us, our day-to-day lives are this Knight of Swords. Sometimes I want to rush in and tell somebody how much I care about them. Sometimes I feel like I might have to sneak around to do this because I don't want to upset other people. Sometimes I want to offer myself to people. Sometimes I want to love people. Sometimes I want to communicate. And sometimes it feels like no matter what I do, everybody gets hurt. Somebody gets hurt in the end. And so this is a challenge. This is a life challenge. And that's what these cards are here to do, to help open our eyes to understand just the human side of ourselves, the Aquarian side, right? So Gemini, I mean, you ended with the Tower as your outcome. Take the Tower. It's okay. Let things fall away. Let things that you thought were important in your life, let them back out. And all you need to do is just come into yourself and find time to breathe. I know I say this a whole lot and it sounds so generic, but the truth is that we get so busy with our damn lives that we forget about our spiritual side. We really do. We kind of feel like, well, if I'm not a spiritualist type person, or if I'm not a religious type person, then none of this it's all a bunch of shit anyway. It doesn't matter anyway. But you came to the tarot for a reason. So there's a calling, there's an inkling to say, hey, there's something going on here. And I need something that can help validate with me. And I know that people do not need validation, but sometimes it's nice to know that the universe is kind of going along with you, if you choose that way of thinking with the universe, or your spirit, or God, or your whatever higher power, whatever authority that you kind of look to go, okay, something other than yourself, right? And that's what this is for, okay? So Gemini, I'm going to leave the reading with this and just say, hey, it's blessed to be in this position, to have the Tower take place, because just know that on the other side of this, there is going to be light. There will be. It just may seem a little gray, and your ability to speak, your ability to communicate your information, whatever that may be in this situation, just give us some time, okay? All right, Giminuski. That's like brother, my Geminuskis, my, yeah, God, I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope this was clarity for somebody. I hope you don't look at this and go, man, what a crap reading, because it's not. There's nothing in these decks about bad. It's not bad. It just sometimes feels negative. It sometimes feels rough around the edges, but that's who we are as people. We got to accept that there are some dark sides, dark aspects to ourselves. And society wants to tell you and label you and say, hey, you're supposed to get rid of that. You're supposed to be kumbaya happy all the damn time. And that's just not real. It's just fake. Okay. We are mean spirited sometimes. We are happy sometimes. We are ugly sometimes. And we are beautiful sometimes. Sometimes we are pissed beyond measure and we want revenge. And sometimes we extend ourselves out there too far for too many people. So I feel like this message is about honoring honoring the self and understanding that your communication, your language, your body language, your expression, everything is a part of you, and you're learning how to do that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful ride. All right. I love you so much. I hope I get to see you on the next one. Okay. All right. Bye, Gemini.